there's always a little bit of your bias in a
Yes.
documentary, as you try not to be as a filmmaker, because a documentary is literally a thesis paper on film. Now, these documentaries...
listen, I was hating on Carol Baskin. I do not know that lady.
I do not know that lady at all. But
and we don't know what happened to her husband.
We have no clue.
But boy, they made it seem like she had done something. Or she was
well, they gave the facts sensationalized, right? Like, they didn't say that she did it, but...
Look at the picture we're painting and read between the lines. John Q, boy,
yeah,
if you don't cry at John Q and Denzel Washington, if you don't cry at that, do you have a soul?
Unsolicited Perspectives Podcast. Episode clip.
Michael Joseph Jackson. So I had an interesting conversation with somebody the other day, and they were talking about how they were watching a Fox channel program, and they were saying that young kids were listening to old music.
Yeah.
And she was like, did you know that Beat It is #1 on the charts right now? It's the hottest streaming out song. I was like, yes, because he has a movie out right now.
Yeah.
And the person was like, oh, you mean the documentary? No, I mean the major motion picture that's in the movie theaters.
Titled Michael.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. But I've been hearing more about this documentary. And why?
That's a full bold-faced lie, because I just saw an advertisement for this documentary. This movie been on the tip of everybody's tongue for weeks.
It's been on the tip of certain people's tongues.
All right. I feel like that's a lie.
I can see how certain people look. If you watching Fox 5 program, Fox 5. Fox 5 is a station here in DC that's a local Fox affiliate that isn't Fox News. But if you're watching Fox News programming, I can see how you might not know that there's a Michael movie out, but that you would absolutely know that there's a Michael Jackson documentary called The Verdict that's trying to bring attention again to the allegations that he was found not guilty of
repeatedly.
And Charlemagne the God keeps saying something that isn't true. He keeps saying that Michael was investigated for 18 years. That's not true. It was a 2-year investigation, but he's been involved with the FBI because the FBI used to investigate life threats against Michael Jackson. Like Billie Jean is written from a story. Billie Jean is a song from a story of a person who was writing Michael saying that the child is his and he ain't never met her before.
And listen, Michael was like, listen, wrote a whole song about it. The kid is not my son. And that was very definitive, even though eyes look like mine. Oh, no.
He got a little nervous. I didn't think I'd met this woman before. But here's the problem that I have. And this was the same problem that I had with the Mackenzie Sherrill Netflix documentary. And what has been becoming a trend with Netflix documentaries, and somebody who has done a documentary herself, you can understand this, that there is always a little bit of your bias in a documentary, as you try not to be as a filmmaker, because a documentary is literally a thesis paper on film.
Right.
You try not to be biased, but your bias is going to slip into your work no matter how professional that you want to be.
Yes.
Netflix has started to lean into the sensational with their documentaries.
Not started.
Huh?
Not started.
I thought
their documentaries are, to me, always sensationalized. But I mean, that's also a part of it. Like, you do add a little bit of razzle dazzle, right? But you still want to be true to like what actually happened, or at least if you don't have the truth of what actually happened, present both sides equally. But yeah, you're going to put a little razzle dazzle on it. You want people to watch and you want them to be entertained by it as well as learn something from it.
Okay. Sensationalized, it wasn't the right word. I should have just stuck with bias. But it's sensationalized and then bias. When I watched the Tiger King, It gave me just everything. Did it kind of try to paint people to be villains? Yeah, like Making the Murder. They kind of, but even with that documentary, Making the Murder, they presented the case so clearly. I'm still like, I don't know if he did it or not.
Yeah.
Now these documentaries.
Listen, I was hating on Carol Baskin. I do not know that lady.
I do not know that lady at all. But
we don't know what happened to her husband.
We do. We have no clue.
But boy, they made it seem like she had done something, or she was
well. They gave the facts sensationalized, right? Like they didn't say that she did it, but
look at the picture we're painting and read between the lines. Yeah.
I think that's when it kind of started with these Netflix documentaries. It's already been stated, and I will not watch this documentary because I knew what it was as soon as I knew what it was as soon as I saw the trailer. It's not a pro Michael Jackson documentary, and I don't need necessarily a pro Michael Jackson documentary. I just don't need an anti Michael Jackson documentary. Just give me the facts.
Just give me a Michael Jackson documentary. I mean, but we've had so many, and including ones that are like, in his own words, he was involved in the document. Like, we've had so many. This has been worked to death. Like, honestly, it really, really has. And the fact of the matter is, he was found not guilty by a jury of his peers. So that's the end of it. Yes, was the movie Michael a pro-Michael movie? Yeah, it was made by his family. Of course it was. But you're right. Yeah, we don't need like anti stuff, especially when we already know the answer is that he was found not guilty. It's just like people, like, have I ever watched Titanic with Leonardo DiCaprio? No, I already know how the movie ends. What do I need to watch that for? I've never seen it. It's very long, and I don't want to sit there when I know what the ending is.
It's funny. It's funny.
All right. If you say so, I'm never gonna see it.
Yeah, I was laughing in the movie theaters while everybody was crying. That actually made me laugh even harder watching everybody tear up. I was like, this ain't no John Q. John Q, I can understand you crying.
John Q, boy. But if you don't cry at John Q and Denzel Washington, if you don't cry at that, do you have a soul?
Look, when he puts the gun to the head, take my heart. You put my heart in his heart. Look, let me tell you something. Y'all, I've said it before on this show. Just watch John Q if you want to be in your feelings.
Yep.
But Michael, I'm going to keep watching the Michael movie. I'm not going to watch this biased documentary from Netflix. And I'm really pissed off that they came out with this documentary along with Michael Jackson movie.
Look, Netflix got to make their money. So I get it, They keep raising prices and stuff. They have a lot of very expensive programming, and so they got to make up their money somewhere, and that's going to be with these documentaries. And yes, there is an audience for a documentary like this. There absolutely is. There absolutely are people who are anti-Michael Jackson, who want this documentary and who will watch it and will talk about it, just like you got engaged in a conversation about it. Will I watch it? I don't know. If I'm bored one day, I might, just to make sure that I'm keeping up. Sometimes I do things just to make sure I'm keeping up with pop culture so I don't get like left out of the conversation. But, we ain't asked for it, but Netflix is going to give it because somebody asked for it.
Join the conversation and follow the Unsolicited Perspectives podcast on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you get your audio podcasts.